Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. The Honorable, the Head of Study Program of Economic Education, namely Professor Dr. Sri Indah Nikensari, MSI, and the Honorable all the examiner today. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Nindi Aulia Putri. I am from the Economic of Education, Faculty of Economy, State University of Jakarta. Here, I will present my thesis proposal entitled Analysis of Digital Literacy, Business Capital Support, and Self-Confidence in the Age of Doing Business Digitally for MSME with Disability in DKI Jakarta. With my Guide Lecturer 1, Professor Dr. Sri Indah Nikensari, MSI, and Guide Lecturer 2, namely Dr. Karunia Nadianta, SIP, ME. As for what I will discuss here, namely 1. Background, 2. Problem formulation, 3. Theoretical basis, 4. Conceptual framework, 5. Framework of thinking, and 6. Research method. First, I will explain the background. People with disability in the sense of law number 8 of 2016 concerning person with disability or anyone who experience physical, intellectual, mental, and or sensory limitation in the long term and experience obstacle when interacting with the environment and difficult to participate fully and effectively with the community other based on equal rights. Based on data from the 2015 Inter-Census Population Survey conducted by the Central Statistics Agency, around 8% of the total population of Indonesia, or around 21 million people, are people with disability. Meanwhile, the Data and Information Center of the Indonesia Ministry of Health 2019 collected data on people with disability through basic health research or research that in 2007, 2013, and 2018. In 2019, from the field of work, it was found that there were 19% of persons with disability with an age range of 18 until 59 years old who conduct business activity. The data shows that some of them have to struggle because of limited access. There is still a lot of stigma that prevents groups of people with disability from accessing exciting research. This shows that Indonesia still faces challenges to achieve equitable development, especially for persons with disability who are vulnerable to being excluded from society. One way for the DKI Jakarta provincial government to fulfill its obligation to provide protection for people with disability in the business sector is to implement Article 32 and Article 33. Most business activity in Indonesia are dominated by micro, small, and medium enterprise. Based on data from the Ministry of Cooperative and Small and Medium Enterprise in 2016, in the last 5 years, the contribution of the MSME sector to gross domestic product increased from 57% to 60%. The presence of online buying and selling platforms, social media, and electronic payment is an efficient choice for the community as in an opportunity for MSME actor with disability to develop its business so that it will not only achieve and advance, but also inclusive economic ecosystem. According to the Ministry of Cooperative and Small and Medium Enterprise, as many as 3 million small and medium enterprises are currently selling their products using an online platform. To make MSME advance to class, several supporting factors are needed, including first, digital literacy. The 2019 Central Statistics Agency survey also found that among the 3 sub-indices of the Information and Communication Technology Development Index, namely access and infrastructure, intensity of use, and expertise, the skill sub-index has the lowest score. This shows that most traders, especially MSME players, do not yet have digital expertise. Although the digital market is growing, digital transactions have not been able to grow optimally because they are constrained by human research with low digital literacy. 2. Business capital support. Research Prasanna at 2019 stated that digitalization is one of the steps implemented to reduce obstacles in economic activity because it helps increase productivity and efficiency of production factor, one of which is business capital support. In addition, another factor faced by MSME actors with disability when doing business in the digital era, namely self-confidence, such that described in Camel Research on 2021 that self-confidence is an important part of business actors. This is because self-confidence serves to encourage and motivate individuals to respond appropriately to challenge and opportunity that come to business actors. The difference in the level of confidence that business actors have also affects the ease of doing business digitally. Business actors who have high self-confidence will find it easy to run their business in the digital era because they always think positively and believe in their own ability, and vice versa. From the background described previously, several problem formulations can be found. Namely, 1. Is there an influence between digital literacy on the ease of doing business digitally or MSME with disability in Jakarta? 2. Is there an influence between self-confidence on the ease of doing business digitally on MSME with disability in Jakarta? 3. Is there an influence between business capital support on the ease of doing business digitally on MSME with disability in Jakarta? 4. Is there an influence between digital literacy on self-confidence in MSME with disability in Jakarta? 5. Is there an influence between business capital support on self-confidence in MSME with disability in Jakarta? 6. Is there an influence between digital literacy on the ease of doing business digitally through self-confidence in MSME with disability in Jakarta? And the last, is there an influence between business capital support on ease of doing business digitally through self-confidence in MSME with disability in Jakarta? Now, I will continue to explain the theoretical basis used in this research, including 1. New media theory. The old media era and the new media era are often described by communication experts as the first media era and the second media era. Nasrullah note that there is a change in terminology regarding the media related to the technology development, area coverage, mass production, mass distribution, to affect that area different from that in the mass media. There are two dominant views on the difference between the first media era with its emphasis on broadcasting and the second media era with its emphasis on networking. The two views are the social interaction approach and the social integration approach. 2. Media literacy theory. Art Silverberg emphasizes the concept of media literacy with several elements, including first, awareness of the influence of media on individual and society. 2. Understanding of mass communication process. 3. Develop strategies for analyzing and discussing media message. 4. Recognize that media content is text that describe our culture and who we are today. And 5. Develop interest, understanding, and appreciation of media content. James Potter emphasizes that media literacy is built from personal focus, knowledge structure, and skill. 3. Social cognitive theory. Social cognitive theory is rooted in the view of human agency that individuals are agents who are involved in their own environment and can make things into planned action. Bandura states that the key to understanding agency is the fact that among other personal factors, individuals have self-belief that allow a person to exercise control over his thoughts, feelings, and actions. That what a person thinks, believes, and feels affects how he acts. Previously, the conceptual framework contained an explanation of all the concepts that become the variable and objects of research. People with disability. People with disability are very persons who has a physical or mental disorder that can interfere with his activity and has a variety of limitations, but is not limited to the right to have a job, entrepreneurship, and cooperation. 2. Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprise or MSME. In Indonesia, there are several definitions of MSME from various institutions. Among the BPS, Law Number 20 of 2008 and the Ministry of Cooperative. MSME area business owned by an individual or a business entity that stands alone and is not a subsidiary or branch of another company with the criteria of using business capital that has certain limitations according to each category. Digital economy. The term digital economy was introduced by Don Tapscott in 1995. The digital economy is an economic activity based on internet digital technology. The digital economy era or the new economy era emerged when companies began to combine the power of information technology from asset research with human research knowledge to realize cross-border global trade in the form of a connected economy. In this digital era, the question is no longer what your business is, but what your digital business model looks like. Next is of doing business. Research Fibra on 2019 says that the ease of doing business is an index published by the World Bank. This is an aggregated figure that includes different parameters that determine the ease of doing business in a country. The ease of doing business is present in the World Bank annual report, which investigates the regulation that encourage business activity and the regulation that limit it. Ease of doing business digitally. Ease of doing business digitally is transaction from seller and buyer can be easier to interact with, easier to make transaction, can reach information easily, and don't make the seller and buyer confused and uncomfortable. This confusion factor is related to how business people can find out how to business digitally easily. Digital literacy. Digital literacy is an ability to use information and communication technology to search, study, and utilize various media or information sources in various forms with cognitive and technical skill. Next, business capital support. According to Notohat Mojo in 2003, support is an effort that is given to someone both morally and materially to motivate others in carrying out an activity. Business capital is the main component that must be owned before starting a business file. Business capital support is an effort to given to business actor in the form or goods or equipment used in the production process to support the business. And the last, self-confidence. It can be concluded from the several previous expert opinions that self-confidence is believed is one's own ability to do action in achieving various goals in life even though they face various challenges and problems and are carried out with full responsibility. Self-confidence is the basic capital of a human being is fulfilling his own needs. A person has a need for freedom of thought and feeling so that someone who has the freedom to think and feel will grow into a human with self-confidence. So, the frame of thinking that is formed is like this. In this study, the method used is quantitative by using a survey method. According to Sugiono on 2019, the survey method is used to obtain data from certain natural places, and researchers carry out treatment in data collection by distributing questionnaires, and research results tend to be generalized. The population in this study were MSME actors with disability in DKI Jakarta and had attended training at the Penembus Batas Foundation, which were 33 people. The sampling technique in this research is total sampling. According to Sugiono and 2014 says that total sampling is a sampling technique when all members of the population are used as sample. The reason for taking total sampling is because the population is 33. In accordance with Ari Kunto's opinion on 2006 that if the total population is less than 100, then the sample is taken from the entire exciting population, so it is called a total study. And the data analysis technique used in PET analysis. Ghazali in 2013 stated that PET analysis is an extension of multiple linear analysis, or PET analysis is the use of regression analysis to estimate causality relationship between variables that have been defined previously based on theory. Causality relationship between variables has been established with a model based on the theoretical basis. What PET analysis does is determine the pattern of relationship between three or more variables and cannot be used to confirm or reject an imaginary causality hypothesis. That is my explanation regarding the thesis proposal with the title Analysis of Digital Literacy, Business Capital Support, and Self-Confidence in the Age of Doing Business Digitally for MSME with Disability in DKI Jakarta. I'm really sorry if there any mistake in my word on the other thing. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.